Julie Wilburn. I'm from the United States, and I'm a Moroccan citizen. My second name is Lena Long. I was born in the United States in the 70s in a little town called Grantsville, Maryland. It's part of Appalachia, like 2 hours from Washington, D.C. I was raised there. I graduated. I went to the university. I had 2 sons, Matthew Wilburn and Chad, and Matthew is here with me in Morocco. Later on, I was moved to Baltimore, Maryland, and I met Abdelhak here, my husband. And then we came back to Morocco like 10 years ago. We moved to Casablanca, and it was really difficult for me to immaculate at first because I didn't understand any Arabic, okay? But over time, I've learned enough Arabic that I can actually go out and I can take a taxi by myself, go to the store by myself, have conversations by myself. And over the time, I developed my program here in Agadir for children and for adults to have low-costing English programs. Okay, when I was living in the United States, I had 3 jobs, okay? And my third job was I was working as a hotel manager during the nights sometimes, and I would be on the internet, and I saw this beautiful guy, and I wrote him a message, and I said, oh, I'd like to get to know you, because I like Moroccan people. I always had a good relationship with them in America. So then he's like, okay, it's my holiday, can I come see you? So I'm like, yeah, you know, sure. He came, and we liked each other, and then we started visiting each other, and then that's how I moved to Baltimore. And I met him there, and we got married. No, it wasn't easy. We decided to move to Morocco because Abdel wasn't back to Morocco for a long time, and he had a daughter. And I was going to school again, to college, to do something else. I was tired of the same thing. I didn't like the weather there. And he said, well, how about we try going back to my country? And I said, okay, it's something new to try, you know, because when you're in America and you're working 3 jobs and the life becomes like a routine, and I was in a part of my life that I could make a change if I wanted to and try something new. So I was like, okay, so we got married, and his family, they were very open about us being married, and so they told us to come home, so that's what we did. And we came to Casablanca, but for some reason Casablanca was too fast for me, because, you know, when you come someplace and you don't know the language, it's very hard to learn a language, be in a different culture. When you're American, you talk to everybody. Here, you have to completely change the whole person. You can't do the same as you did there. So it took me a while to actually start changing those little things. And at first, it was hard. I didn't understand why I had to change those things. But over time, I see the benefit in doing that. So now I can... Actually, I think my problem was when I was in Casablanca is it was a big city. Okay, where I came from was a smaller moving area, and it was conservative, just like Agadir is sort of conservative. So I understood conservatism maybe when I came from America. And I was always the type of person when I worked in my jobs that I was always around different types of people. Like I said, I was around Spanish people, I was around Moroccan people, I was around Indian people. I was around many different types of ethnic backgrounds, and I always enjoyed being around different types of people. And I was always with children, so of course I became a teacher here, and then I got around different types of children from different countries that maybe they were Arabic, but they spoke different Arabic, so we all had the common language of English. So I didn't feel like I was like forced so much to learn French, and I wasn't forced so much to learn Arabic. But when I left the school and I went out on the street, I had freedom to move around here, and in Casablanca, no. I could go here, and the Agadirians was used to foreign people, so I could go to the marina and I could learn things at a slower pace, which had helped me to be able to adapt easier. Like simple things like putting money on my phone, you know?
تلاقينا في الولايات المتحدة في أمريكان. كنا ساكنين على تقريبا ساعتين بعاد على بعضياتنا. تلاقينا في الأمريكان وتزوجنا، ومن بعد ما تزوجنا قررنا بعد التفكير قررنا أننا نرجعوا للمغرب. رجعنا للمغرب، سكننا في الدار البيضاء. بالنسبة لي جات الدار البيضاء شوية صعيبة، فقررنا أننا نجيو لأكادير. وفاش جينا لأكادير الحمد لله تأقلمات وجات الحياة شوية سهلة على كازا، وبدينا المشروع ديالنا هنا في أكادير لمدة دابا 10 سنين، وحنا دايرين المشروع ديالنا، والحمد لله كل شيء غادي مزيان من الحسن للأحسن، والحمد لله كل شيء كنتمناو من التوفيق من الله سبحانه وتعالى. مدة طويلة وأنا معايش في المغرب، ولا هي أن الثقافة أول اللغة. كان عندنا مشكلة في اللغة، كانت شوية المشكلة في الأول في الثقافة، في اللغة، في الثقافة، في الدين. الحياة العادية الحياة اليومية ديال المغاربة كانت مختلفة 100% على الحياة اليومية ديال الأمريكيين، فكان شوية صعيبة. والحمد لله دابا تجاوزنا هذاك المرحلة، والحمد لله دابا تعودات على العادات المغربية، تعودت على الأكل المغربي اللي ولات كتاكل بيديها، مابقاش الفورشات ولا الطاجين ولا التحريره ولا كل شيء. اذا صافي هي الحمد لله الان تأقلمت مع العادات.
For Ramadan, like today's the day I didn't have anything. I didn't have no water. I got a little bit dizzy today. Sometimes I'm going to admit some days I do drink water. It depends how I'm feeling, because I do have some kind of problem, metabolic problem, that sometimes I need to take water. Okay, but this year it's very minimal. Like today I didn't drink any water. Yesterday I didn't drink any water. So basically I'm doing, as the years go on, I'm progressing more and I'm doing Ramadan. Yes, I choose to do Ramadan myself because I feel like it's a benefit for my health. It makes me feel better. And after the month, I can see the positive of fasting. Like my skin looks better. I feel refreshed. I just like it. I've made it a part of my lifestyle occasionally anyways. Maybe I do it other times, just maybe one day here, one day there, because I feel better physically doing it. Really, at the end of the day, I feel that Muslims are people just like where I come from, because I come from a culture that is religious too, okay? And people are like, when I first came here, they're like, are you sure you want to go there and live? You know, they're Muslims, this and that. But you know, at the end of the day, when I sit down and I examine these things, Muslims are just people like where I come from. They believe in God. They do the things what they think to do, what's right. You know, you have good and bad in society. I think when it comes down to it, I just fit with the people here, because actually the sect of Christianity that I came from is a lot like Islam. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do those things. So for me it was okay.
رمضان بالنسبه للناس كتجي صعيب، بالاخص كان الناس اللي متعودين انهم كيشربوا الماء النهار كامل كيفطروا وكذا، ولكن الحمد لله تجاوزت هذه المرحله، لان قالت الصيام ولات كتلقى الصيام بانه مرتاح، كيريحها نفسيا وكيريحها حتى جسديا. من الناحيه الصحيه ديالها فاش كتصوم كتحس بانها مرتاحه اكثر. اذا ولات هذا المشكل تاع الدين وهذا المشكل ديال العادات والمشكل ديال التقاليد وهذا، قالت لك هي جاتها احسن، لقات بان هنا كاين عادات وتقاليد احسن، والعلاقات الاجتماعيه احسن، ونوعيه الصداقه احسن من الولايات المتحده. اذا هي داكشي علاش جات الثقافه ان خاصها تاقلم معها وتاقلمات والحمد لله. كانت كتصوم شويه وكتاكل شويه في العوام الاولى، بالاخص فاش كيكون الصاد، كتشرب شويه د الماء. هي الماكله ما كاينش مشكل عندها. كانت مره لا كتجي الدوران ديال الراس كتصوم كتشرب ميه، وعام بعد عام ولات كتنقص الحمد لله. ولات دابا ما كتاكلش نهار كامل والحمد لله.
What I find different in an Islamic country than my own is maybe not so much what I already knew, but how the people perceive Christians and how the Muslims perceive Christians, okay, vice versa, because everybody has a false narrative of both sides. Like living here, I give you for example, here sometimes Muslims will say to me, oh, you Christians use drink. Or back home, they'll say those Muslim people, they have all these wives and they do all, and I knew the reality when I came here, and me living the life here and being happy here proves to those people now that they were thinking things that weren't correct, okay? And actually, it's turned out to be a positive because now many people want to come here from my area. They're watching me on social media. They're talking positive about Morocco, and they're learning a lot of things even about, per se, Africa, not just Morocco. So, because, you know, in America, they have a big misconception, not only about Islam, they have a misconception about Africa. So when I go home, they'll say to me, do you have refrigerators? Do you have this? Look, we have more than what you have. And actually now Morocco has a better infrastructure than the places I come back from back home. So.
انا ممكن انا ديما كنهضر في هذا الموضوع كنقول له واش باغي ترجعي للامريكان، كتقول لك لا، الامريكان صافي انتهت مرحله وانتهت صافي. كتقول لي انت الا كنتي باغي تمشي سير الله يسهل عليك، اما انا ما غنمشيش صافي. قالت لك الامريكان كان امريكان كما قالت ديك النهار. اليوم واحد النهار قالت لي نمشي اسبوعين هذيك، قالت لي باقي عندي الام ديال عندي واحد جده على قبل، قالت لي تقدر لما جده ما نبقاش نمشي كاع في مره، زعما ما نبقاش نمشي للامريكان حتى في مره في 5 سنين. دابا كتمشي مره في 4 سنين ولا 5 سنين. قالت لك هذاك مره في 4 سنين ولا 5 سنين ما بقاش تمشي صافي، لان جده هي اللي كتسد على الامريكان. الجنسيه دابا الاخص دابا خاطر جنسيه مغربيه، بدلت الاسم ديالها حتى لينا اللام، بقات سميتها جولي ولات سميتها لينا، اذا ولات مغربيه 100% صافي. اذا هذا بلد الثاني ولا بلد الاول كما كتقولي.
I have family in America. Of course I could go back, but I choose not to. Main thing is I'm more healthier living here. I have a better quality of life. If you could see my picture before when I came here 11 years ago and now, I look younger now than what I did when I was living in the United States. The stress levels is less, even though now I'm working a lot of hours because I'm trying to build an educational system for low-costing, you know, students in the community. The long term is I'm going to die here. I've already made my plans what I'm going to do. I'm going to die here. I'm going to be buried here. My son lives here with me, so of course I think he'll just take over my business, and probably some of my husband's family, they'll help with that. So that's my long-term goal. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to die here. And
قبل المغادرة لا تنسوا الاشتراك في قناة العمق المغربي وتفعيل الجرس ليصلكم كل جديد، ولا تنسوا مشاركة الفيديو والضغط على زر الإعجاب.